managed to help Samson maneuver around, different students walking through the dorms. You can see people that are definitely older, some that are definitely, new. They're usually moving in groups. One or two of them will be moving solitarily, but they'll still be, fairly nice. Very weird, very sophisticated. It's definitely not like what you're used to at your school, where it can either be buddy-buddy or I completely have nothing to do with you, therefore you might as well just be furniture in the room.
Woo!
You can hear they're either talking to each other with a lot of friendly respect, or it's very civil, unnervingly, to use civil, almost robotic, if you knew what a robot was.
Yeah, rich
Killa
people.
leans over to Samson and goes, "What nerds?"
Right?
But you managed to pop out what definitely seems to no longer be dorms. But it's at this point you look on the map and you realize you're not quite sure if you're on the same path. But you're somewhat headed in the right direction. You just don't know if you're too far north or south. If you took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah. Just gonna look around for any indication of where it is, either signs or students carrying an instrument, or students who look like bards walking in a certain direction.
Roll me perception.
Proceed.
Deep sea, never mind. So, while looking around, and you're trying to look out for students that have an instrument or look like they're about to do some kind of singing, possibly even dancing. Anything that you could think could get you towards where you go. And as you're doing your little search, you see a couple of kids, 3 students, walk in the direction. And you're like, alright, that's an option. They have a little time before they go out of my sight. And then you look over to your left, and you see 2 fully knighted, heavy-plated, soldiers, as far as you can tell. But they are, in actuality, paladins, doing their rounds, patrolling the school. And they haven't seen you yet, but you just freak out a little bit. It's like, oh shit, oh shit.
It's the hall monitor, get down!
Yeah, pretty
Look
much.
at the school narc, run!
Well, one of them clearly has, in a modified sheath, a big old greatsword, and the other one's just got a glowing mace over his shoulder, very pure, pristine, white armor. And you just grab Samson, and you're like, good enough, and you start tailing the 3 students, and you have no idea where the fuck they're going at this point, but you're like, it's better than staying here.
It's not here, which means it's better than here.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's your next thing as you're following these students? You're far enough that they shouldn't be why are these weirdos, following us, looking over their shoulder? They're having fun, you can hear them giggling and gossiping.
Before I say what else I do, what are they gossiping about? Killa eavesdrops.
Would it be another perception roll to hear? Yeah.
Samson drops Eve.
Yeah.
Oh god, no!
Oh no, that was a Leylon!
Roll me a perception DC 12.
Perception.
Oh! Okay, on my screen for a second, as it was updating, it duplicated the 13. So I thought you actually just rolled another nat 1.
Yeah. I like how you set the DC at 12 when my nat 1 is a 13.
Well,
That's pretty good. I enjoy.
It is funny.
So
Especially 'cause-
you listen in on them, and you just hear them talking about names you haven't heard, like, hey, did you hear what happened to that guy in Pyrotechnics 123? Yeah, I heard he set the whole class on fire. Yeah, nobody set a class on fire that bad since that girl. Yeah, that little weird one with the buns that doesn't talk to anybody. I hear her family's kind of rich, but not as rich as my family. Yeah,
This
I
is
wonder
a
whatever
lie.
happened to her. Who knows? Maybe she finally popped herself with a fireball.
So first off, they can go fuck themselves and richer. They're lying.
Man,
One of them definitely belongs to one of the higher level of the 10 crests.
Go fuck themselves. I said what I said.
Damn, that's
my first thought was
my bounty's higher than your family's wealth.
get on scrub.
Also, what about that talk about we defend Nim? Sorry, peanut gallery. I'll shut up.
It's okay. Samson's loading a bullet.
Are any of these students our heights, perhaps?
Maybe even closer to our definitions.
I'm gonna say... roll me perception. At 17.
While you're rolling. Meanwhile, Nim.
So you look them up and down, and you clearly think, you know, with a quick stitch or two, I could probably just make 2 uniforms out of all 3 of theirs.
We don't got time for that. At least that Hyala knows of. We absolutely have time for that, but Hyala doesn't know that. So, is there anything Hyala could do in this hallway to harm these students in a way that looks like an accident? Like, is there a, like, clock on the wall that if she, like, elbows the wall hard enough, it'll, like, fall onto one of their heads?
That's my
Or
favorite.
can she, like,
sentence
light
of
a
all.
match under one of the, like, sprinkler systems?
And what get them wet so they start melting like the Wicked Witch?
Yes! Precisely.
Ha, that'd be fucking awesome. Samson might be horrified though.
Hyala scans the area for inadvertent booby traps.
Samson would be horrified, but then carry around a glass of water to splash on indiscriminate threats, thinking they might dissolve.
Roll me perception DC 25.
Can I help?
No, she already rolled. So you're looking around desperately trying to harm these students. You see nothing that would be viable for making it look like an accident.
Gala, what you looking at?
Just surveying the surroundings.
Oh, anything interesting?
Not particularly.
Oh,
But-
nothing catch your eye?
Not really, it's all just typical school hallway stuff.
Yellow, we're standing in a golden archway. What do you mean?
Samson looks around and probably thinks that, yeah, this is a hallway. In a school, perhaps.
But yeah, Hyal's gonna, like, check the signage to see if there's any more indication that we're actually going a direction.
Yeah. As you attempt to look at the signage, you hear the 3 kids giggling about something again. But then quickly your ears perk up as you just hear, "Hey! Move along and stop your gossip, young ones! You have education to get to!" as you just see an old, still clad in thick, heavy plate armor, but you can see the long white beard coming out from the protector of the helmet as another paladin rounds the corner. Your gossip has no place. Only education, so you can be a bright mind for the future of Galotnia.
Oh god, it's the king nerd.
Homie's gonna talk to us about elegance soon.
Elegance!
That is who I was also picturing.
The three kids just like, and then they just start tearing down the hall. And you quickly grab Samson and duck down a different hallway as you start hearing him turn towards you. Clack, 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 armor going down.
I know this is different, but a Subway Surfers ad just popped up on my phone, and I feel like it's oddly fitting. Because they get chased by the cops. You guys get chased by old men.
Lol.
But yeah, as you start walking down that hallway to get back onto a main hallway, your ears perk up and you start to hear the gentle sound of music.
Well, me too.
We follow.
Some kind of string instrument, followed by the light sound of wind instruments. It's quite elegant, with a slight pause in the beginning of drums, or some kind of percussive. You begin to follow it. You assume you're reaching your destination. Not what I had in mind, but
The first thing that came to mind.
I like to hope Ed gets what I'm getting at.
Hmm?
Yeah, lost to everyone. Anyway, moving on. So you're approaching some source of music.
I think I hear music.
Yeah, this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
A choir
Oh,
begins to
music.
fill your ears with angelic hymns.
If they're practicing right now, though, it may be harder to try things out. Perhaps they have a storeroom of some kind.
Well, maybe we could take a peek.
She nods. Do we make it to the room following the music?
As you approach the room, you see that the wall kind of takes on a shape of a semicircle as the hall widens out, and you see multiple doors along the semicircular wall. And as you look in, you see an absolute coliseum of an auditorium. And as you look through the window on the door, you can see that the orchestra and choir are practicing some song you've never heard before.
Woo.
If y'all is gonna look for the storeroom, Samson will help. Because he actually has an idea of what she's looking for, and not just her looking to bully some kids he can't see or
It's
hear.
not bullying, it's vengeance.
True.
Righteous vengeance.
So, roll me. If Simpson's gonna help, roll me perception DC. DC 18 at advantage.
Why can't I roll the 32 when it would be the funniest? Why is
Right.
it always just for seeing general things?
I'm sorry,
So-
homie.
So they clearly must keep them somewhere. And as you're looking around, you look at the signs, but you don't see anything labeled storeroom. So you try and look through the window again to the Coliseum. You see on the entire opposite end, where they're practicing is where the curtain is, and you can just manage to see behind the curtain. A lot of stuff is like stocked and piled. You place 2 and 2 together and realize in order to get to the storeroom, you're going to have to go through all of that.
Let's go.
All right. Sneaking time.
Man, if we were at a higher level, Hiala could literally just turn invisible and run.
For 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, she can get pretty far in 6 seconds.
I mean, we could already turn invisible if we wanted to.
Do we think we need to? How do the students seem very focused?
They're music nerds. What are they gonna do?
Hit you with the tube. Have you not met band kids? They will fight you.
Yeah, no, but that's only
Yeah,
if they see
but-
you first.
Yeah, Nim. Shay, the drama kid can't win a fight against the school shooter. Everyone knows this. Or the
Yeah.
furry. God, you should
I don't know what kind of
you
drama
should-
kids your school had, but like,
No,
There is a
I'm
pecking
down.
order.
no. There's a tier list, and yes, band and drama kids are pretty high. They're not top tier. Sorry, no one's playing band kid at Evo.
Dang.
you don't know that. You could be wrong.
I am or correct.
You sound like you're on drugs.
Cool.
Yeah, and
As long as they're good ones. So yeah, I guess we sneaky over.
You sneaky.
sneaky.
Yeah, I mean not like excessively to the point where it makes it more obvious that
Yeah,
we
we're not
don't belong there.
tiptoeing like we're robbers. We're just gonna
Yeah.
try and like slip through.
Yeah, because like the more casually you walk a place, the more likely does people just assume you're supposed to be there. Like I wandered around the back of a hospital for way longer than I thought I should have been able to once.
I
I read a
got
story
lost
about how
in the-
someone got into the restricted section of the hospital that only people with clearance could get into because people kept holding the door open for them.
Yeah, no, like if you walk with confidence, people are like, oh, they know where they're going.
Of course.
I was very lost.
I got lost in like the business section of a hotel once, and I'm just like, yes, I belong here. I am John Business. You work for me now.
Just claim to be the boss.
I
Anyway,
have decided.
so what are you doing for your sneaky?
Walking?
There's a million
Yeah,
and
we're
one
just gonna-
ways to sneak. So like, tell me what you're trying.
I mean, so if we're walking and we're not sprinting, then we're not moving our full movement speed. And Supreme Sneak does state that I have advantage on sneaking when I'm wearing Supreme brand gear.
And
By
you
that,
did
I mean-
just wear some Supreme brand gear, so
And by that I mean when I'm moving half my movement speed.
Woo!
So you're just rolling basic sneak?
Yeah, might as well, right?
Alright. I have to flip a coin. Roll me stealth DC 25.
With advantage?
Do you get advantage when you walk instead of run?
Yeah.
Then I guess that's an advantage.
Would Hiela be able to cast something without drawing a ridiculous amount of attention?
it's a magic school. I feel like everyone's casting something or on something right now.
Yeah, those bards are casting vicious mockery on their friends right now.
Yay!
That's why they're playing Weezer.
You could roll, you could cast a spell. I mean, no one's seen you yet.
She does that when there's like not someone immediately walking by us in the hallway.
No one has walked by you yet.
Woo! So I get a +10.
What spell are you casting?
Group sneaky.
Group sneaky.
Just click the stat block for, you know.
Oh.
Or not the stat block, but the spell thing. You know what I
One.
mean.
What? That's not what I clicked. This one. Cast spell. There you go.
Just me, Sneaky!
I had to change it first. Now I can change it back. Except no, I can't because it won't let me.
Alright.
I can no longer group sneaky, guys. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh no,
Damn.
there it is.
So
Found
roll me your actual stealth roll.
Yeah. Deal.
God, you rolled that without the +10?
Yeah, because I don't know how to add it onto something when you're just clicking it from off the sheet.
Oh, you just put it in situational bonus.
Where's that?
When you go to roll something, and it asks you, like, do you want to roll it normal, advantage, disadvantage? Other stuff it says is, do you want to roll it with, like, a...
Oh. Neat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that.
Alright. So you have a 36, and Samson has a 30. Alright. So you open up the door, and you manage to close the door without it making a very loud sound or whatever. And you kind of just start walking around this large auditorium.
To the store.
I forgot we also had boots of elven kind, so we're just extra sneaky.
Alright, so you manage to walk around the auditorium towards the back where the main stage would be. Manage to find a smaller staircase up onto the stage, and you manage to open up the curtain and slip behind it. And you don't believe that you made too much of a motion on the curtain, so you think you're pretty good for right now.
Woo!
We...
Are there musical instruments back here?
This is where the band hides their dead bodies.
Ugh.
Roll perception.
Perception.
I'm a help.
Or investigation.
I can't help with that.
Actually, no, you're right. Investigation.
What?
Sorry, I changed my mind. Investigation.
Gasp.
Ah, what a difference.
And that was one off for being absolutely hysterical.
Well,
Yeah.
You look around and you don't recognize any of these things, but you figure they gotta be instruments, right? I mean, they look like machines that might produce music. Maybe.
Yeah, Kel starts opening up cases.
Can I also try and take a look?
You can take a look in a book.
Okay, I open up my Firearms 101. Are any of these things in there?
No.
That would be so funny if the music room, instead of a music storage closet, just had like a firearms safe. This is where the music students keep their arms.
So, do you take a look, Samson?
Oh yeah,
Then roll in.
I almost rolled intimidation.
Whoa. You intimidate those instruments.
you start to get a feeling that perhaps you should have paid more attention to harmonica, because you don't know why Hyala's opening these cases to these weird pieces of furniture.
You're right, I don't. But I'm sure as hell gonna help her, because that's what being a supportive boyfriend's all about.
We're here for you.
You're pretty sure most of these big things you see hanging and leaning against the wall are just like chairs? That one might even be a sofa. And you swear you've seen Spuzz take a nap on that one.
Are these instruments?
I believe so. Kiala attempts to get a sound out of whichever one she's currently holding. Like if it's a string instrument, she like runs her hand over the strings, or if it's some kind of blowy instrument, she goes.
The one you are holding appears to be both. You don't know how that works.
Then she does both.
So while the music is being played outside, you just start trying to make sound come out of this one. And it comes out way louder than you were expecting, and you stop immediately. You just feel the sense of, oh shit.
Hide!
Hide?
Just in case they heard that.
Is there still music coming from where they were playing, or did they all stop?
You can...
Because she's gonna assume that if they're still playing, they're not coming after us.
Roll perception.
Perception.
Yeah, never mind. So you turn your ears towards, and the music, it's still playing. It doesn't sound like it got any quieter. You know, as far as you can still tell, things are still going as normal.
Hmm. I think it's alright, but I don't know if that's really a you instrument.
Probably not.
Kiala's gonna look for a more Samson-y instrument.
You find a harmonica on the ground.
Oh hey, you dropped this.
Oh, thanks. None of these weird furniture pieces have proven to be an instrument, at the very least. Samson wants to look for something that has just strings.
Alright.
And Kiala's helping.
Roll me investigation with advantage, DC 14. I'll be right back. I need a bath.
I'm re-rolling that. What do you say? 14? 13?
14.
Shit.
What do you mean shit?
I literally have a neutral modifier.
Yeah. But you also have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it got me a 9.
Yeah, well, you just roll
You're
better.
just taking all the good rules. That's what someone takes all the good rules.
Jade deserves it.
Yeah. After how I rolled all Saturday, I don't think I rolled anything above a 9.
Oh no.
So anyway, you didn't
Did it?
make it, right?
No. But
Alright.
why don't you go
Not
use
yet.
Lucky, and nothing happened.
So you don't seem to find anything that is just
Oh.
purely what?
My thing disconnected me.
Rip.
Well, stop being disconnected.
Shut the fuck up.
Disconnected.
I also got this.
You also stop being disconnected.
Oh, it just automatically reconnected without me having to refresh. I assume.
Okay.
'Cause-
Now I'm going to press the button for real, for real. Fuck. I bet none of yous too. Okay.
Alright. So, you don't find any instrument that is just strings. If it has strings, it's comboed with something. You even see one that has strings that you're like, oh my god, I only see strings. And then you realize that the strings are purely decorative. And you just sit there looking at it like, what the fuck? What? Why? Why? Why?
If the string is only decorative, what type of instrument is it?
That's the thing. You don't know.
It's an inverse piano.
That's what's driving you nuts. You're like running, you're just holding this thing looking at it. And the only thing that looks like it should be able to play music is that string. But when you hit the strings, they don't make music sound. They're just dead.
I imagine it like
You-
they look like they're taut, and then you go to like pluck it, and then it just gives slack. Just shring.
It's actually made of wet noodle. Kella looks at that one. It's like, can I see that?
Sure, I can't make heads or tails of it.
She looks it over to see if she either knows how to play it or if she recognizes it as not actually a musical instrument, but like a storage case or something.
Roll me investigation. So, you realize, you kind of figured that this is in fact a piece of furniture. It's like a decorative seat to be paired with an instrument for aesthetics. You think.
Kella sits on it.
What the? You play it with your... I don't want to know.
What? No.
What? I don't know what these Gauntians do with their funny instruments.
I was gonna say with their fannies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's gonna get off of it and continue looking for other instruments for Samson to play. You might as well just try everyone you see. Provided it's not like that one. And she gestures to the stool. The stringy stool.
The string and stooling.
String stool.
You know what? That's a good idea. It's time for an indiscriminate jam session.
Kella, just like pushes a whole bunch of instruments toward him and then goes kind of like across the closet or whatever, like pulls up her newfound chair and sits to listen.
Samson jams on the instruments.
Yes. He will have a jam session to just sit around and try the instruments without, like, you know, just sort of getting an ear for them as opposed to, like, trying to play any song he knows.
I mean, it would be very hard to do that with a completely unknown instrument.
Alright.
When the only
Try.
thing you know previously is harmonica, which has no buttons and just requires blowing the right direction.
Just requires breath.
Yeah.
Well, roll me performance.
Let's go! Nat 20. Get a nat 20. Close enough.
Yeah.
I have no idea what it is, but in your jam session,
It's an unnatural 19.
you find
Mhm.
an instrument that fits, and then as you're feeling this joy and jubilation, the music just cuts, and your heart sings. What by Jove is that horrible racket? Which one of you can't hold a note? We've been over this! And you're just like, oh, fuck.
Kiala chuckles because it sounds like they think it was one of their students.
One erroneous blow is enough, but this, it's like one of you is purposely trying to ruin a glorious song.
Kiala's gonna peek out from around the curtain. She wants to see if this person's face is bright red. Because they sound like their face would be bright red.
He sounds like he's from fucking Looney Tunes.
You see the conductor just with this irritated look. He's like, I have no idea why any of you would be trying to ruin this song when I know you are so capable of getting it down. However, we've been playing for long enough. Take a break. Put your instruments away. Get some water and we will rehearse. And I hope I don't hear another extraneous note. And then all the students get up and they start turning towards the curtain. And the mass is walking towards all of you.
Just the students, right?
Oh yeah, just the students. The conductor is like taking a huge breaths, turning around, just holding his head, scratching it with what little is left of his hair.
I have a very terrible, very cliche idea.
Same.
I wonder if it's the same idea.
Who knows? Do your idea and then I'll let you.
Well, first, quick vibe check of the students. Do they seem like they'd be chill with people who are just like, yeah, we just wanted to explore your instrument selection? Or do they seem like they might be hoity-toity?
Roll me perception.
Insight?
Is it not insight?
Okay, roll me insight at
I mean, I can do either, but...
flat 10.
Nerd check.
Nerd check. 25.
So, you look at them, and as they're all moving, none of them are actually looking towards you, they're just looking at each other. And this general air of just like, who the fuck did it? Who the absolute fuck did it? They're just shooting all of them. There's gotta be like 40 students. And they're all just looking between each other like, which one of you pissed him off?
There's a traitor among us. One of
Literally,
you is sus.
Sus among us. It's really just like, it's like mob mentality brewing. They want to start a riot. They are not happy that, you know, they are now all collectively in trouble because they think some jackhole thought it'd be funny to just fuck up the song when they were clearly doing pretty good.
Damn, literally me in chorus.
And they are approaching fairly fast.
Alright. Kiala will start putting things back to the way they were when we got here, like as much as possible, until she hears them, like, very close.